I'm Pamela Portnoy.
I'm Alexa Marie Anderson.
And no one's okay.
Hey, guys. Your face scared me.
I did it.
I was like, hey. Well, we're here.
We're back.
We're back. Oh my gosh, guys, we're so excited. We have the lovely Esther Montes with us today. She is a wonderful actress and also a social media influencer, and we're so happy to have you. Welcome.
Thank you. Wow. I've never done one of these before, so I'm like very excited.
Oh my gosh. Yay. No, it's going to be so much fun. Why don't you introduce like a little bit, like your style on social media is super fun and cute. Kind of explain your vibe.
Yeah. I'm very into Disney style, California, pink, cutesy, girly stuff, all of that. So if you like that, that's my page.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's so fun to look at. I love following you. Yeah, it's super fun.
I'm always fascinated by how people kind of curate their pages. Is it sort of kind of just evolved from who you are as a human being and you just know that that's what you like?
Pretty much, yeah. So when you're trying to grow a presence online, there's these rules where it's like you should stay in one niche or niche or whatever, and you should have color schemes and aesthetics, and that gets overwhelming. But as long as you're posting what you like and stuff, and you keep it cohesive, people are drawn to that, and then they're drawn to what you like because you like it so much. So that's kind of how I do my page. It gets off course sometimes, but that's life. So
that is life, 100%.
When did you start curating your content? Because I scrolled so far back, endlessly telling you this, and I just everything looks so beautiful. And so did it take you a while to?
Yeah, I feel like I'm constantly trying to find like my thing. I guess I feel like it's never people tell me that, and so thank you. But I always found I'm always trying to change it or just trying to show what I'm into at the moment. I think I started taking it seriously. I want to say late 2018. Because I had heard friends who were getting into it and they're like, oh yeah, brands send me stuff. And I was like, what? I love posting outfits. I want to get some stuff. So, I think I started taking it seriously then. And it's been fun. It's been a ride. It's very time consuming, but it's been fun. I like it.
Yeah. How has it impacted your life? And also being an actor as well?
To be honest, well, I like it a lot. I like the creative side of it. I love meeting people. That's a really cool side. There are, downsides of trolls and people who just aren't going to like you, and that's fine.
I feel like if everyone likes you, you're probably doing something wrong.
Yeah. You're probably not being your authentic self. Because no one's for everyone. But so sorry, I have been getting off my mind's been. What did you ask? Sorry.
No,
I also didn't help by interrupting you.
So. No,
you're totally fine. No, just how it's impacted your life, just because.
Right. Gotcha.
Just for me, I feel weirdly, I just started taking social media seriously during the pandemic. Mm-hmm. I don't know, as an actor, it just felt something to gravitate towards.
Right.
So what, especially your journey through this time with it.
Right. So, okay. I remember now. I've been so loopy these last couple months. Right. So originally I thought, that's another great way to network with people in LA. After I'd taken classes, everyone connects on Instagram. So I thought, well, if I post stuff, a casting director might see, or someone that needs to see me might see it. So I started taking it seriously in that way as well. But I don't know. For me, it's just a creative outlet. I haven't met anyone through there where it's be on my show. That would be amazing, but has not happened. But it's been a fun creative outlet when I'm not auditioning and not in the acting world. Kind of for me, it's been a little bit separate. I thought going into it that it was going to be like a really big networking, which it has in certain ways, but not what I thought initially.
Yeah, no, I get that. I personally feel like I go through ebbs and flows with it. I don't know about you, but it's like I want to be a part of it so much. And then the more I'm a part of it, the more like, I don't know if I want to use the word toxic, but like a little bit in a way.
Very.
Yeah, it's hard. It's definitely hard to find the right balance.
Yeah, the balance in social media is very. I follow a lot of creators who do it full time, and I really give that to them because it is an emotional toll. Because even though you shouldn't really concentrate on the likes or the comments or the reposts, you care about that, and it's the app has made you care about it. And it takes away the funness of whatever you've created, because you might think like, yeah, this is like super amazing and I love this, and then it goes up and it totally flops and you're like, okay, I'm not worthy. So it can be very toxic because that's not true.
It's not true at all.
Right, it's not. And but you feel that way, and I think a lot of people feel that way, and then they almost get embarrassed that they feel that way, so they stray away from it and don't do anything at all, which I don't think is what should happen either.
Yeah. No, I completely agree. I always when I post stuff, I love it for like a second and then I see someone else's post and I'm like, "Oh, well mine was nothing compared to that." And I'm like, but it shouldn't be that way. And everyone feels that way. I know I'm not the only one and we're here to say that it's normal. But
Right.
yeah, it's definitely it takes a toll on you for sure. It's yeah.
When you first got into social media, you said that you were using it more with the goal of it being a networking tool for you. Were you sort of looking at it like as a place to post, scenes or reels? How did you kind of start building it at the beginning?
So at the beginning, yes and no, but I kind of strayed back from that because I got a little embarrassed.
Really?
I started getting into more like the fashion part of Instagram, and I wanted to be invited to these events and hang out with the people that I had followed for so long. So I did all this research on what you should do if you want to, become an influencer, and a majority of it was like pick a niche. And I just thought, okay, well, I'm really into fashion, so I want to do that. Um, and I thought just putting my photo out there in that sense that, if I started working with brands and those campaigns got reposted, then maybe, doing a campaign with Crest would get me somewhere with Crest, like a commercial down the line. But in the beginning, it was more like, I don't know. I think I just wanted to stay with the fashion, and hopefully if something came out of that, that would have been cool. I've always been very reserved with my acting side, like actually posting scenes and stuff, just because of the criticism that I've had with just regular posts. So I thought, oh no, acting's really near and dear to my heart. I would hate if someone watched me and said something mean or whatever. But then it's again, I want to be an actor, so you kind of got to get used to that.
For sure. I was actually talking to a casting director recently, and she told me that, all the things that we're doing outside of acting are what contribute to making you an even more interesting person to watch on the screen, because your hobbies, the people you spend time with, the things that interest you, like if you're about acting all the time, like that can get old, and the other things in your life are what enrich you as an
Right.
actor. So it's kind of cool that you've been able to incorporate the other things that you like into your social media, and people can see like who you are aside from your acting skills, which from what I hear are amazing.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I do though. This year I've made it a point to, I want to post a little bit more about acting and open up in that way, and maybe post scenes and such. And I really want to use TikTok, because that's a huge new platform. And I find so many great actors, like actor accounts. And I just think that's a really great platform right now.
For sure. Like the editing tools and things that they have are just like unreal. But the problem is like Alexa and I tried it recently and like it's really hard to figure out. We're like tadpoles.
We're like grandmas. We're like, what is this
What
TikTok?
does the button do?
It's like very it's special. I don't know.
We need to find like a teenager to fucking walk us through it.
For real.
Well, there are TikTok accounts that help people.
Really?
There's a girl.
Okay, we need that.
If you can tell me how to find those.
you're like, maybe your phone's listening right now and it's going to show up on your For You page.
100%.
It probably will. I will die if it does.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of accounts that help you figure out TikTok. There's a girl and her name is escaping me. I think it's Jenna something. But I found her account on my For You page and she's like, this is how you use TikTok. So I followed her. I learned all my stuff from her. So that's a great tool. But I've been seeing more on TikTok where people they'll do a duet and they'll put the lines for the other person and then the other person. So it's like a whole scene. I think that's amazing.
I think that's super cool.
It's so cool. And it's just, that is like what I think people can use it for in the acting industry right now, which I haven't done. I feel like, but I think if anyone right now is trying to get their face out there, get on TikTok.
For sure.
I think our last guest Parker was talking about that it's like really, there are a lot of opportunities to make yourself visible on TikTok right now.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I was also spying on your Instagram and I was looking at your Jenna Rink photo shoot.
Yeah.
And I was looking at you with your bend and snap. So I really appreciate that you can incorporate like your love of film to the fashion elements of your Instagram.
Yeah, that's been a fun part. I think I got more into recreating this past year since we're all at home. And yeah, my love of movies. I've always wanted to do that, but I always felt like a little like nervous to recreate that. One, because they're so iconic and everyone has their like own love for it. So I know it's like, there's going to be judgy eyes because I certainly give judgy eyes when someone recreates something I super love. I'm like, did they do this right? But yeah, that's been fun. I like those a lot. I have a few in the works right now that I'm gearing up for this year. So I'm excited.
I'm very excited to see that. That's awesome. Yeah. And going back to like posting things about acting, I feel I'm on that struggle with you too, because there's some times where I want to post something, with a funny caption or like a little blip of like something I did, but then it feels weird. And I don't know. I always psych myself out. There's been like 3 times where I've gone to do it and I totally psych myself out. And I don't know what that is or like how to, because I see other people do it and I'm like, that's so awesome. Like go them. And they make it like funny and cute. And I don't know. I think as actors, we judge ourselves before anyone else does most of the time.
We hold ourselves back. Yeah, absolutely. The people who post it, I'm just like, wow, like they're so brave and they're like good. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to do this. It's just that hesitation. Like, I feel like I'm playing double dutch and I'm just like about to jump in, but I can't do it all the way. And it gets terrifying. But this year, I really want to start posting more of my scenes because I am proud of them. And I think sometimes when we psych ourselves out, it's just that doubt of, are they going to like me? And you just gotta do it.
For sure. It's it kind of like irks me a little bit because I just feel like aiming for some sort of perfection is so not realistic. And I feel like sometimes even in the imperfections, that is where the interesting magical things happen. And yeah, people are going to judge, but I also like look at people that judge and I'm just like, well, then you do it.
Yeah, exactly.
You do it. Don't yuck my yums.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I totally feel that. Yeah, I should remember that.
I should remember that. I am just as guilty and I'm kind of musing out loud, but it's just, I feel like it's sort of an enemy to creativity.
It totally is. yeah, like, once we like stop the record button and we rewatch it and we're like, but you're like, oh, I like that. And once it's in the post and you have your caption, and it's just something about setting it live to everyone else where it's just that like, but I'm going to do it this year. I just saw a TikTok. TikTok's crazy because you can see the dumbest video, but then you can see the most motivating video ever. And this girl, it was one of those stitches where they asked, girls who are really confident, where do you get that confidence from? And the girl comes on and she was like, I think it was like a picture of the universe. And she was like, I saw how small Earth was. She's like, it's tiny. It's like this big. And she's like, we only have like maybe 80 years on this earth. We might as well just do what we want and what we love. And I was like, oh my gosh, yes. Like, I just need to do whatever. Yeah. So this year, I'm going to do whatever I want.
I love that. It's like that thing too. Like, people are going to judge you no matter what you do. So you might as well do what you want.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Easier said than done, but right.
Oh, totally. Totally. Says the girl that like barely, oh gosh, please. Yeah, no, totally. I've been starting to like, if I do post something, I post it and I like have shut off my phone for a few hours just so I can't even like, I can't
go back and rewatch it.
I can't like go back and look at it and judge it and like want to take it down.
Yeah.
The other thing that, do you watch Schitt's Creek at all, Esther?
Yes, I just finished it last year. Loved it.
Yay! Okay, so one of my favorite scenes in that show is when David is heading to get his driver's license renewed, and he's like, "What is this driving instructor gonna think? He's gonna judge me. I might fail." And then his sister looks at him and says, "David, nobody cares. Nobody thinks about you the way that you think about you." Like, it's just like, yeah, it might like if someone doesn't like something that you post, let's say like hypothetically, like they could be scrolling through their feed, be like, I don't like that or whatever, and then move on. Like, they're not going to like stew about it all day long. And I really try to think about that. I'm like, well, what if I offended someone by doing this or posting this? Maybe this was kind of lame. Literally no one's thinking about it as much as I am.
Yeah.
And I really try to kind of keep that in mind. Yeah.
Absolutely. I feel like I used to have a friend, and this is very harsh, but she used to be like, you're not that important. No one's thinking about it that much. In a weird way.
True. It's not weird. It's so true.
Yeah. It was like, so like, and it was just like, she's just one of those people that's like very straightforward and says it like it is. And I appreciate that. But, and it's so true. And I try to remember her voice in my head, like, you're not that important. No one's thinking about it. Cause then it takes off the pressure.
Mm-hmm.
It takes off the pressure.
It does. Absolutely. I wish I could think more like that in the moment, but it just creeps in. It's hard.
It's so like human to think about that. Like, but also like musing, like going off of your point, Alexa, I feel like if we were to think more about that, then like the things that we do and post and say are not for the benefit of, someone else's opinion, more because we enjoy the thing that we're posting.
Yeah.
I'm literally, I didn't formulate this in my head before, so I don't know if any of it's making sense. I'm just musing.
No, you're right. You're right.
It.
It's super hard to be authentic because it's so saturated, right? We're seeing everyone's opinion all the time. And so it's really easy to get swayed, one way or another. I often, like, there was a time where I found myself posting something just because someone else thought it was cool. And I was like, but do I think this is cool?
Yeah.
That's what matters. Do I like this? Like, you have to flip the narrative, right? Because I think we're, especially in the social media, like, since it's kind of part of we kind of grew up with it. Mm-hmm. I constantly find myself thinking, what are other people going to enjoy? What are other people going to like? And kind of forgetting about myself and what I like.
That advice is spot on. Someone gave me that advice for dating a long time ago. I would start like getting in my head. I'm like, what if they don't like me? What if they don't like, and my friend that I was talking to about this said, well, do you even like them?
Right, exactly.
Why are you so worried about what they think? Oh, I don't know.
You're
Do
like,
I?
oh yeah.
Right? And then you're
Doesn't
like,
matter.
I know. And then you're like, do I
So
even? 'Cause you're
things
completely
matter a little less at that point.
Right. No, yeah. It seems, at the time when you're hearing it, you're like, it makes sense. Right. I should like it. And then, or I should have my own opinion. But social media, it's this crazy thing. So I have to step away sometimes because I just feel like when I'm not having fun, I don't post. I'm not going to post because uh, I have to be present every day. They say that the algorithm doesn't favor people who don't post every day and blah, blah, blah. There's all these rules, which at this point, I don't think anybody knows anything about it. I'm like, I don't believe anything at this point, but there's just too many rules for how to be successful on it. And at the end of the day, you have to just kind of like yourself and what you're doing.
No, I love that. If I'm not having fun, I'm not going to post. I love that because it's supposed to be fun.
Yeah.
Instagram is supposed to be fun.
Yeah. No, for sure.
A fun way to stay in contact with your friends.
Absolutely.
And obviously now it's like branched into, work and other things like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I just think it's interesting, like talking about this, and it just goes to show that it's such a human thing. Esther, when I looked at your Instagram, I'm like, holy shit, like she has it together. It's so gorgeous. Like how you color coordinated everything. Like you really seem to put a lot of thought into what you post. And to know that even you have, certain insecurities about it, it's just,
yeah,
that means
absolutely.
everybody does.
Yeah. Everyone does. Not everyone says it, but I've been trying to stay as transparent as I can with my friends on there because I see other people posting, they're like, oh my gosh, all these people post all these new clothes all the time, or they're posting every day, and I'm like, hey, look, a lot of them aren't buying this stuff. They get it sent to them. Don't worry. Don't feel like you have to keep up with the Joneses. And this is not real life. Like, just because that's what it doesn't mean you need to do that. So I've been trying to show like the, not so like, I guess, pretty side of social media. So much comparison. I just feel like we're all there to create, have fun, keep in contact with friends. And it really shouldn't be more than that, but it's turned into numbers and page aesthetics, which I'm guilty and I love them. I love page aesthetics.
It looks beautiful.
It looks beautiful.
Judging from the background that you have going on, like on now in the Zoom, like it's very clear that what you're doing on your Instagram is very you.
Thanks.
Yeah. Does the pink light behind you, is it a neon sign? Because it just kind of looks pink. I can't see if it says anything.
It's a neon sign. It's my name.
Oh, lovely.
Narcissist here.
I love that.
I love your setup.
Thanks. Yeah. I turned my office into a closet to showcase my favorite stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's just like my little girly cave I like to come into and hide away from my husband.
Nice. Yes.
Yeah.
How did you guys meet? Remind me.
My husband.
Alexa. I want to hear how you met your husband actually.
No, it's not.
I was like, yes. I was like, how did you and your husband?
No, that's
Tell
not
us everything.
We met in acting class via Zoom.
Yes.
Via
yeah,
Zoom.
we haven't met in person yet.
In the in-person acting class yet.
No.
Nope.
Wow.
Nope. And we were acting. We were scene partners for a project in our class, and we just I don't know. We just kind of bonded. I feel like very similar ways of thinking about things.
Yeah, we got put into a breakout room, and I was like so nervous because I was like, "What's a breakout room?" And they're like, "Oh, you're just gonna be with another person." I was like, "Oh my gosh, I don't know any of these people." Like, this is
Same.
so
That
awkward.
Was
So it's like you're on a big Zoom call, and then they assign you to a separate room.
Yeah, and you go in with another
technology?
Person. Yeah, so it was me and Alexa, and I was like, "Oh, okay, hey, like I've never done this." And it was like a first date type thing.
I know, it was like a first date. I was like, "Hi,
nice to meet you."
Oh my god,
it was fun. We had to film scenes with each other, and so it was kind of cool getting like, okay, so like, is it okay if like I practice for 5 minutes and we come back on? So that was cool.
Yeah,
that's amazing. What scene did you guys do?
Oh gosh, I don't remember.
I can't even remember. I think it might have been something
Oh,
that
you were in
do you
coffee
remember?
scene. You were in a coffee
Oh,
scene.
yes.
I remember
Yes.
that
Yes.
because you were looking for a barista outfit.
Oh my gosh, I know. We were doing like wardrobe and everything.
Yeah. I can't remember the scene, but I remember.
I can't remember the scene either at all, to be honest with you. So my memory's terrible.
Yeah, I couldn't even remember what you asked me 2.5 seconds ago at the beginning of this.
No, you're fine. You're lovely. Oh my gosh.
So, you said that you sometimes have to step away from what do you do to kind of like recharge yourself?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't delete the app or anything because I like to go on. I like to keep up with friends and stuff. I won't post stuff to my story. I won't post stuff to my feed. So when I am away from my phone and recharging, I'll I'll do one of two things to like get the creative juices going again. I'll either start one of my favorite series from the beginning and watch it through, and then like at some point in time come back on my phone while I've gotten creative juices going, or I'll watch a really old movie. Sometimes watching new movies, reading old books. I'm one of those like creatures of habits where I just go back to the same old things. Also have tons of anxiety, so I just like to know how things end.
You like the comfort of these things. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not alone. You're not alone in that at all.
So I go back to those, and even though I've seen a show a million times or read a book or certain chapters a million times, I will pick up something new on it that usually gets the juices going. And I'm like, oh, like I want to do something 60s, or I'm really into that. And then I'll go on Pinterest and find inspo, stuff like that. So yeah, I kind of go to other art that I've always leaned on.
I love
That's how I
that.
get back into it. Yeah.
That's nice.
It's fun.
Yeah. What have you been rewatching lately? Anything?
I just finished the OC.
Nice.
Okay.
I actually have
Nice.
never seen the OC.
I have not
Oh my
either.
god! Oh my gosh, you're killing me.
I'm glad I'm not alone in that.
The OC was such a staple for the 2000s. I would say if there was no OC, there wouldn't have been. Well, this is true. There wouldn't have been Laguna Beach or The Hills, the reality shows. Also, I think it's what set up Gossip Girl because it's from the same creator, and Gossip Girl is just the East Coast version of the OC, if you ask me.
Okay.
And Bridgerton is the
like
East version of Gossip
Girl. Absolutely. Which I just finished Bridgerton too.
I'm still on like episode 6 or 7. It's really good.
I think we're in the same place, Pam. I'm like on 7, I think.
Yeah.
I'm loving it.
Yes.
It's good.
So we'll like the OC. By the transitive property.
Well, okay, so let me give you some backstory though. The OC was really, really good up until I want to say like season 3 I didn't care for, but the first 2 seasons are amazing. If you want to stop right there, that's totally fine.
That seems pretty non-committal. I can do that.
Yeah. Seasons 3 and 4, I don't know what was happening with the writers. I think maybe it was during the writer's strike. So I'm going to blame it on that, why it was so bad. Because it was not good. But yeah, the first 2 were really, really, teenage, high school, rich kids problems, all that fun stuff.
Speaking of which, does your sweater say fetch on it?
It does.
Yes.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That's so fetch.
Thanks. I love getting merch from like shows that I go to. So I got this when I saw it Mean Girls on Broadway a couple years back.
How was it?
So jealous.
Excellent. It was so good. I was actually very impressed. I was really scared because I love the movie, obviously. But wow, they really did something with that, and the music and the dancing. It was awesome. I loved it.
And I think Tina Fey had to have been like heavily involved in making it come to life on Broadway. Yeah.
And so there was those quirky, funny moments, and it was. I don't want to say it was like the movie. It was just like its own entity of the entire thing. I just loved it so much. I actually heard today that they like canceled the show, which I'm sad about.
That
Yeah,
sucks.
I know. I haven't seen it obviously, but the soundtrack I am obsessed with.
Really good. It's really
Yeah.
good. Yeah. Yeah. So yes, fetch.
Yes,
I'm
That's
fetch.
very
so fetch.
So fetch.
culture based over here.
I love
No,
it.
it's so fun.
Yeah, very good taste. So I mean, Mean Girls, 13 going on 30. What was the other one that I saw? Oh yeah, Legally Blonde. I mean, classics.
Legally Blonde. Yeah, they are
Absolute
classics.
classics.
Instant classics. Who knew? Um, and yeah, I just love those movies. I think you grew up on those movies. I think that's what made me those types of movies. I don't know about movies nowadays, though. I can't really think of ones that are like kind of that I can see transcend to the next like generation where they would possibly recreate stuff.
So interesting.
You know what I mean? Like I don't see iconic characters where I'm quoting them all the time. Like not movies, but like Schitt's Creek was amazing. That will go on for forever and people will ill David all the time. Like
Yeah.
but movies, I can't really think of anything that's come out recently where I'm like, oh, that's going to be around forever.
Yeah, it's hard to kind of know when something's gonna be a classic when it first comes out. I don't know,
Yeah.
maybe I can't
I can't
tell.
think of anything last year because I think we're all inside. I can't even remember going to movies. It's so sad.
Yeah. Alexa,
Very
where'd you go? Your
definitely.
sound cut
Yeah.
out.
Oh no. Just like, what?
She's not okay.
I know. It's just like, oh, I didn't know this was a working title. Oh
Maybe
no.
unplug and plug back in? No?
That's always a ringer to work.
I thought she was messing with us for a second.
I know. I thought
She's like,
oh no.
this
Oh
is excellent blooper footage. I love this so much.
no. You thought she was doing that TikTok thing where they like talk like and then they talk?
Yeah. Alexa, are you having fun? We're just going to continue the show with you quiet. Do you want to exit and come back in? Come back. We'll miss you.
Oh no. Well, you know what? I'm actually not to say I'm glad it wasn't me because I always have malfunctions over here. So I was like, oh, okay, like what's gonna happen today? Like something always happens over here. So I'm glad
That's
it
so
wasn't
funny.
on
I
my
think
end.
that's the first time it's ever happened. For those of you just joining us, Alexa's sound went out. And she's going to talk really, really loud now, but she's probably going to sound real quiet to you. So
Why would it just randomly do that? That was weird.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, I have no idea either. Well,
Okay, so
here we are.
here we are. I think it's time.
I think it's time.
Oh my God, she sounds so quiet. Okay. Esther,
Yeah.
are you okay?
Uh, like right now?
Did we tell her about the
Oh my god.
This is the best episode ever. Oh, you're right. And you know, you ran it by me too. Okay. So, Esther, at this part of a show, I'll
Okay.
explain it because we can't hear you. This is about like a month of fun content in this whole exchange.
No.
Esther, we're so sorry. This literally never happens.
No, you're totally fine.
So at this part of the show, we conclude with our section. I can't talk now. I'm all flummoxed.
No one's okay.
That's better. Talk at that volume. That's great. Fabulous.
All right.
I know your answer.
Okay, I'm definitely not well right now.
It's called Are You Okay? And the answer is never we're just okay. It's always we're better than okay or worse than okay, and we elaborate as to why so we can have a real conversation.
Oh, you want me to say that?
So Esther, are you okay?
Are
you better than okay or worse than okay? And what's going on with your life?
Oh, I'm better than okay.
Yes.
Hey!
What's going on?
I passed the test.
Yay!
And then do I say something like fun or?
Like, what's going on in your life? How are you? What's great? What's going on?
Oh, okay. Well,
I have such strict rules about this. Apparently, I need to like go easy.
No, I like it. I like rules. Currently, I'm after this going to be studying lines of a pilot that I just booked that is filming in March. So.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
We like hearing that. Woo, that's so exciting.
Yeah, so that makes me better than okay.
Comedy, drama?
It's supposed to be comedy.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Congrats. That's super exciting.
That's a good reason to be more than okay. Hell yeah.
Yeah, excited for that. Good way to start the new year. I'm excited to get in there.
Yay.
Yeah.
Alexa?
Oh, I was going to ask you.
Oh, okay.
Pam, I'm trying to talk super loud right
That's
now.
actually perfect.
Great. Pam, are you okay?
No.
She's like, I'm definitely not okay because you ruined this podcast.
No, it's truly hilarious. No. I'm better than okay. This was really fun. I was so happy I got to meet you, Esther. This has been really lovely. It always picks up my day when we record. I know Alexa's gonna probably bring up some news of her own, but I have an audition later today, so I'm hoping there's like triple good news for everyone.
Yes.
On this call, so fingers crossed. Let's break all the legs and kick some serious ass. So exciting things, and despite Alexa's hilarious technical difficulties, I'm more than okay. Alexa, are you okay?
No. Guys, I thought I was doing so well today. I'm actually sitting in a chair, which Pam knows.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I did notice the different angle in your room. Are you at a desk?
So no, I haven't gone that far yet. I moved stuff off my dresser so that I could put my things on the dresser and then sit in a proper chair, not cross-legged on my bed like I have been. So yeah, I felt good about that, but then my mic died, so
you kind of came back now. I don't know what is happening. It's so strange.
Yeah.
Maybe
oh yeah, it's back.
Yeah, it's totally back.
Maybe it doesn't like where I'm sitting. I don't know.
Maybe you've got like a ghosty, like messing with your on-off switch.
Yeah, they need to go because it's not the time. This is not the time.
Yeah, you're fully back now. So strange.
That was really weird.
I'm so happy. That's nice.
I will never know what you said when you were going. You were saying some stuff about whatever we were talking about.
And I can't remember, Esther, because that's how bad my memory is.
Oh no. Okay. Glad I'm not alone.
No, but I'm not okay, but I'm good. I'm here.
Share your good news with the class.
I do have good news.
I'm telling you.
I know.
What to do.
You know what's funny that I did until you said that during your knowing I'm not okay, I didn't remember it.
That's what I'm here for.
That's what you're here for. I did book a small part in an indie film that I'm very excited about. So, yay.
Yay, congrats. That's amazing.
Yes. And Pam's going to book her thing and then triple whammy.
Triple whammy. Let's go team.
I love it. Good vibes. Good vibes. Awesome. All right. Yeah. Well, Esther, you're a trooper. Esther is a trooper. She's like, I'm never coming on your show again.
No, I would gladly come on here again. I didn't know what to expect. This was great. I loved it. I got a little laugh. I love it.
We're not normally like this. Like usually we have our shit together, but apparently that just didn't happen.
And I literally had a call come in right now on my computer and it shut down the Zoom thing.
Oh no.
Oh my God, did I just accept the call? See, I don't have my shit together. I'm so sorry, guys.
They're
No,
like
it's not just Alexa. Happy
We
to
can
join
edit.
you.
We can edit. It's going to be great. But Esther, do you want to tell our listeners where they can find you?
Yes, you can find me on almost all social media platforms at It's Esther Lane, Instagram, TikTok, all that. That's where you can find me.
Follow her. She's lovely and
Thank you,
so much
guys.
fun to follow. So check her out.
Thanks, guys. You're
And
too
she's a
sweet.
badass trooper for joining us on the most
This was
insane.
fun.
Yay! We hope to have you back.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, anytime.
Yay! We will see you next time, guys. Bye. Thanks so much for listening. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all the things. If for some reason you want to see more of us, you can follow us on Instagram at No One's Okay.
And a special thanks to Jordan Ross Weinhold, Sean Moore, Jason Crow, Claire Palmer, Jackson Palmer, Tiffany Haymoff, Shane Rings, James Liddell, and our podcast is recorded at Soundworks Studios.
We can't wait to meet you.